quick, somebody get the Pink Panther music ready, because this week on Diecast Review Monday, it's all gone a bit pink for a very good cause and an awesome looking car. It's on box. Yeah, that's about as much as you need to know about the box. There's no dents or scratches. And this thing got smashed to pieces. Zingy, that's a good word. Oh, excuse me. It's sloppy. I've seen paper customs on YouTube done better than this. Yes, welcome race fans to Diecast Review Monday in association with Race Gear UK. And today we have a very special diecast on the show for you to unbox and review in front of you. It's for a good cause. It looks great, and it's of one of the friendliest drivers you will meet in the sport, and one of the most dedicated. Not one that doesn't often get the headlines herself, but one that, take it from me, she's an Iron Man. And yes, I have told her that pun, and she said that's the one nickname she hasn't hated, so victory for me! Yes, this is Pippa Mann's number 63, 2015 Dallara Honda DW12 from Greenlight Collectibles. It's a 1/18 scale model, and this is a very limited run model. I don't actually know how available it is. I think it's on general sale now. But I got this in her crowdfunding campaign that she did for Susan G. Komen. You can see on the side of the car. This is the Susan G. Komen car. This is based off the livery that she ran at the Indy 500 this year. The number 63 car that she ran with Dale Coyne Racing. She then obviously went on to run most of the oval races with Dale Coyne for the rest of the year. And got some pretty good runs at Texas, Pocono and Fontana. She did the crowdfunding campaign to raise money for Susan G. Komen and the charity. They are a breast cancer charity, hence the pink colours on the car. The pink is the colour of that campaign very much. And she offered all sorts of bits and bobs, including names in the cockpit of her race car, the used fire suit from the Indy 500, washed, obviously, it would be a bit weird if it wasn't. And this was one of them, a very limited run of just 50 of these diecast model cars, and me being me, I had to get them. And I'll tell you what, since when the campaign went online, I only waited about 2 or 3 days before we actually got the order in. And look at the signature on the back wing. She signed the car, so you can see on the back there. There it is. That's her signature right there. That's the number it is. That's the edition it is. 44 out of 50. These things shot out of the door really, really quickly. And you can see why, really, because it is a brilliant looking diecast. It's a great looking car. It's on the Greenlight mould that it makes a great model anyway. We know this. I've already got a Scott Dixon model of the car that you've seen reviewed on the channel. This is the exact same mould. It's the one that dates back to 2012. They haven't changed it yet, and I do wonder if going forward Greenlight have plans to update their IndyCar mould for, you know, to take into account the new aero kits. They are kind of fiendishly difficult, but I like this as a base. This is pretty much how the DW12 looked for its first 3 seasons as it ran, and it's kind of that usual mix of the oval and road course aero kits. I believe the front wing is from the road course kit, and the back section here is off the oval, because you can see the rear wing is much lower down. I think, I can never entirely remember correctly. It is a mishmash of the two, and it looks very good. Now, a lot of nice touches on this car. These pink walls on the tyres, obviously you have the Firestone blacks and the sticker reds tyres. Well, of course, for Pippa, the sticker reds became the sticker pinks, which I think is a really nice touch. That looks cool. What's another thing that's cool about this car is that it is literally a Susan G. Komen car. There's barely any other logos on it. There's some on the nose, you can just see there. There's some other, obviously Honda, Verizon, IndyCar, Dallara, there's a few other of those. But look at the rest of the car. It's very, very clean and smooth, because obviously it's just Susan G. Komen on it. There's a Honda logo there. There's not really much else on it. There's no other logos up on here. And I think it makes for a very unique looking model of a car that's just very clean. It's a nice sort of dynamic design. The pink and white colours look fantastic. They really do. If you're gonna go there, then you may as well go all out on it. The number 63 on it it's all there. It's a very clean and smooth diecast, and for a great cause as well. And it didn't cost me. It cost me about the same as it normally does for these diecasts, but knowing it was going for a good cause as well, it's fantastic. And you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am fairly biased when it comes to Pippa Mann, because not only do I enjoy watching her on the track, she's given me the presenters and listeners of Downforce USA for this past year the benefit of her knowledge and passion in the industry. She's been a fantastic panelist and guest on the show for us. Always got a lot of insight. Never afraid to pull any punches either. She is her own fiercest critic and her own biggest motivator. And what a great person to have on the show. So it's an absolute pleasure sharing audio space. Is that the way of putting it? We obviously see it over in America. We record here in the UK. So same sort of thing. It's a pleasure sharing a show, and it's to that end. It's also made me respect and admire what she does on the track a lot more as well. Her career has this year it has sort of taken off a little bit more, which is great to see. She's got a really good run of results in the car. There were a couple of runs at the shorter ovals where, because they ran the road course aero kit on the short ovals, she struggled quite a bit there. Didn't have much experience with it. But when it came to the ovals, very solid, fairly dependable, pretty good stuff. And with any luck, this should lead to more like this next year. Hopefully another appearance at the Indy 500 and more waving the pink flag for Susan G. Komen. It's all good. So, this has been my diecast review of Pippa Mann's 2015 number 63 Dallara Honda. As I say, you might not get this version with the signature on it, because there were 50 of these and they went in about 2 days. I'm not joking. They went like, pow, they were just gone. But I think, don't quote me on this, but I think the model is on general sale. If it is, I'm going to put the link to it right down there in the description below. So if it is on general sale, you can grab yourself one of these models as well. And I would totally recommend it, not just because it's going to good causes, but because it is a legitimately great model as well. And it's of a driver that you don't often get models of either. So that's all reasons to get it for me. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. As I say, if you want to get one for yourself, link is right down there in there. And the like button's there as well. And the comment section is just below the description as well. So do all of that thing as well. So I'll see you on Wednesday for a very special video in the history of Team Bomber Sports. It's video number 300. We've been doing this for nigh on 6 years now. And yet in many ways, we're only just beginning. I'll see you on Wednesday, Bombers.